Rich, we'll give you opening comments and we'll take your questions.
It was good for us to get a road win at Missouri. I think that's the most road wins we had as a program in 4 years. Was that correct? And with that 5th win, that's the most wins we've had here in the SEC since I've been here. So just happy that our guys are continuing to make strides as a program here in SEC play. Looking forward to a couple of days of rest here and getting ready for our next challenge here at home against Ole Miss.
I know if probably your blood pressure's sake, you wouldn't rather not see your team give up a double-digit lead, but you know, it's a couple of times now that they've managed to hold on and still make the plays at the end of the game. Talk about your thoughts about the team and that progression.
Yeah, I think our team right now is learning how to deal with success. And that's not just a game-to-game situation. It also happens in-game. When you get up with 17 points, it's like, how do you continue to play the way that you need to play in order you got to keep that 17-point lead? And I think what happens with our guys is right now they're still learning how to continue to play the right way that got them that 17-point lead. And I think we kind of get away from those things a little bit. And I think that's with any team. You know, when you get up big on a team with 17 points right there and you start to figure out like, hey, you know, those guys are going to kind of, natural human behavior is to kind of be lackadaisical a little bit and start being a little bit more complacent. And we've got to learn as a team to continue to do the things that got us that lead.
You lost the lead against Ole Miss the last time that you played. Do you think that maybe Saturday's win could kind of roll over and kind of a learning experience where they can kind of look back on that?
Oh, I would hope so, because it's a similar situation. Obviously, we were on the road. We got up big and played well for the most part. But I just think that Ole Miss has more weapons at this point in time than Missouri.
What do you see any differences in Ole Miss from the time they played y'all to now? I know it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, I think that what happens with Ole Miss at this point in time is the first thing that stands out to you is they're shooting so many more free throws than their opponents. So we've got to find a way to guard without fouling, but we also don't want to be so passive in guarding them that we're not intense on the defensive end. And I think what happens also is they've got 3 perimeter guys that put you in a bind. I think Jarvis Summers is a guy that can really make decisions well off the ball screen. Obviously, Moody is a guy that can score for them. It's kind of replace the scoring that they had with Marshall Henderson. But the guy that doesn't get a lot of credit is the way he's playing, Snoop White. I think Snoop White has made tremendous strides in his game. His 3-point field goal percentage is way up from the previous year. And so, you know, you got 3 guys on the perimeter who are legitimate threats. And then I think what Andy does, he does a good job with his bigs. He tells those guys when they get the opportunities and when you start helping off those bigs, they become scorers as well, too. And then also when a shot goes up on the rim, you've helped in some way, shape, or form, and now all of a sudden those guys are in position to get offensive rebounds. So they put you in a bind with their offense, and then they really put you on your heels with the defensive end, because defense for offense is all about playing rhythm. And defensively what they do is they change defenses a lot. They go from a 1-3-1 to a 2-3 press into a 2-2-1, and then they do all these different things and switching man to man at times, so you're really on your heels and don't get into a rhythm on the offensive end.